Well, hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Garrett here with 11 Bang Bang, and today I wanted to do a little video in response to a video that was done by Plowboy's Ghost over probably a year ago. And in this video, he posed the question,
what's your shower gun?
And to be honest, I'd never really thought about it before. But the more I watched the video, the more I thought about it, the more I realized I do not have a gun that fills that role. I have many guns. Most of them are blued, steel, or wood, and not something you would take into a very, shall we say, a humid environment, or, not something I would want to tear up like that. So I got to thinking, what would be a shower gun, or just a gun to bang around, take wherever, something you could slip in your pocket and carry. And what my answer is this little Bearman Derringer. Let's open the box and see how it looks. Of course, when you open the box, the very first thing you're going to get is one of these useless locks. And you're going to get the little Derringer. Now, this little gun comes with a trigger guard on it. Looks about like that. I took this trigger guard off because if you watch any reviews on this little Derringer, you will realize most people absolutely hate the trigger and cannot operate this firearm. And what I've discovered is a lot of that comes from this trigger guard, making it where you cannot get your finger low enough on the trigger to operate it correctly. Now, what else comes in the box? Well, you have this AFT, ATF, whatever you want to call it nowadays, paper. You get a warning, and that's it. I was looking for the manual. I look all over. There's no manual. They give you a card that says look up the manual on the internet. And that's I mean, come on, I would like to have at least a manual in there to answer a few questions like, will this or will it not shoot plus P ammunition? General operating instructions. I really wish they would include the manual, but you know what? It's a cheap gun. It's, I think I got this all in for $165 or $70. But anyway, every review you see on this gun thus far has been bad on the internet. And, I'm not going to say that it's a good gun, but let's give it a little review here, and we'll see what we think of it. All right, so I'm going to show you how this gun works. This is not by any means a Bond Arms Derringer, not even close, but it doesn't cost as much as one either. We'll get a Bond Arms out here in a couple weeks and do one of those too. All right, so here's your general operation of this gun. It's unloaded, but you take this little lever, flip it completely forward, and then you open it up like that. Now, what we'll do is we'll insert a couple of, these are hand loaded, basically cowboy load, 38 special. These are hard cast, 158 grain. All right, now you turn it around, lock it in position. Now, the trigger guard, it has a use in it helps you cock the gun because this hammer is extremely heavy. But what I found is, without the trigger guard, of course, it makes it easier to pull the trigger. If you just take the bottom of the grip and place it between your second and third finger there, that is a good place for you to be able to pull back on that hammer and cock it. Now, this trigger does not pull straight back. It pulls down and back. So, one of the reasons why the trigger guard makes this gun so difficult to use, and most people that you see shooting it can't even pull the trigger. So what I do is I maintain this grip with the bottom of the grip between first, second, and third finger there. And then I place the middle of this finger on the trigger, and I'm going to rest it, and I'm going to aim. Now this thing shoots way high. I'm going to aim for that plate. All right, now you pull down and back, and I hit high. And then, like I said, you keep that right there. Makes it easy to cock. All right. There was a hit. All right, now, if you didn't notice, this thing really jumps in your hand even with these light loads. All right, now we're going to open it. Have an extractor here. Those are a little stiff. Pull your shells out. This is a good, if you're reloading right now, this is a good way to keep your brass. But, like I said, this gun is nowhere near as bad as some people make it out to be. I'm not going to lie. This would not be something I would tell someone to get for their first gun, even their second gun. This is a backup gun. This is, as Plowboy says, a shower gun. It's pretty good at about 3 feet. Not so good at what we're shooting at here, which is about 10 yards. All right, let's try that again. And see, that trigger is heavy. I flinched right there pretty bad. Little high. See, I'm aiming about 6 inches below the target, still hitting high. Let's go way down there. There we go. That was about 2 feet low. At 10 yards, this is not a 10-yard gun, but let's open it up here. It does have a crossbolt safety, and I've heard people say you need to carry it. Now, this is something I'm not sure on. Some people say you need to carry it. The manual on the internet says to put the gun at a half cock position and place it on safety. The trouble being, on this gun, the only position is full cock. Then I suppose you could put it on safety and lower the hammer. But what I found is, if you put this down, this hammer, if you look in there, will not go all the way down the firing pins unless you pull the trigger. Hear that? I'll pull the trigger. So I don't know if it's safe to carry that way or not. I've been carrying it by cocking the hammer, placing it on safe, and then lowering the hammer on the safety. Now, that does mean that when you go to use it, you're going to have to cock the hammer and flip the safety off. It's not a big deal, especially if you practice a little bit. All right, let's see if we can get this thing to group in any way, shape, or form at about 10 yards. Reach in my pocket here. All right, so this is more like 12 yards from, because I'm including the length of the table here. We're going to see what kind of group we get out of this. Now, I know at this distance, this thing is going to shoot about between 1 and 2 feet high. So I'm going to aim at the bottom of the target. Okay, first of all, I'm going to check in here. If you look right there, you can see this little plate is forward on the bottom. It means I'm firing the bottom barrel first. Now, most Derringers, like the Bond Arms and several others, are regulated. The sights are regulated to the bottom barrel, and then the upper barrel shoots high. So we're going to see if that's the case here. All right, I'm going to aim about 6 inches below center on that target. Well, actually, I'm just going to aim at center and see where it hits. All right. We're going to, now remember, you got to pull this trigger down. It's a discipline you have to learn with these things. And I hit about 2 feet high and I would say 6 inches to the left. All right, let's try that again. All right, top barrel. And I didn't even see where that one went. It went over the target. So yeah, at this range, this is definitely shooting really high. I'm going to do 2 more. I'm going to aim at the lower portion of the target and see if I can get them in, not at least not going over the top. This gun is keyholing and it's going really high, but like I said, that really doesn't bother me because I got this gun for a shower gun or inside the house, which is about, most of the distance I'd be shooting is about 4 feet. My bathroom's pretty small, but anyway, I'm going to aim at the bottom of the target this time and see just where they print. All right. Flinch. That trigger is heavy. I don't see it. All right, let's try it again. Still don't see it. All right, let's go take a look. Okay, so what we got here. First group, which I aimed right here. I have one keyholing bullet up here to the left-hand side. One keyhole right there. And like I said, this is a 12 to 13 yards probably away. Second group, I got one bullet, actually. There might have been 2 there. I don't know if I got 2 in the same hole there or not, but that's out of the 4 shots I fired, I only see 2 holes and only one of them was down here. This bullet right here, I was aiming right here at the bottom of the wood, just trying to bring that down. So yeah, not at all an accurate gun at, and that's off a rest, so not at all an accurate gun at that range. But I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt because it's not meant to be shot at that range. Let's see what kind of group we get at a range this thing's meant to be shot at. All right, here we are, about 3 feet, you know, maybe a little more, maybe about 6 feet. This is about the distance of your common bathroom, all right? Shower gun, remember? All right, I'm gonna aim right there. All right, now here's what we got. The bottom barrel is the one that's regulated. First shot hit right here. Second shot hit right here. This is the top barrel. It shoots way higher, even at about 6 feet than the other barrel. So, by the way, I have killed a snake with this. It was the other day. It was about this distance. He was up in a tree root. I kind of barked him in the tree root and did kill him. So there is that. All right, I'm gonna give this one more shot. Oh, I know the bottom barrel is what's sort of regulated to the sights. So I'm gonna go ahead and give a shot at that gong. There's no way I'm gonna hit it. It's about 20 yards from here. I'm gonna aim about 6 inches low and see what happens. Shaking like a leaf. And a miss. Looks like it hit about 15 feet high at that range. It hit way up the bank. All right, so anyway, final thoughts on this gun. You know, for 150 bucks, if you want something that you can use at literal card table distances, you know, like Plowboy says, a shower gun, you know, it's not bad. I would not get this as my first gun. I would not get this as my second gun. It's kind of an entirely different tier of difficulty to use. But you know what? If you got that money burning a hole in your pocket and you need something small, backup, probably get a Bond Arms is what I would say. But if this is sitting there and if this is something you have, you can use it. Just don't expect to use it at more than about 5 yards, okay? The last thing I want to say about this gun, I'm known to carry these long barrel 45s around a lot. This gun, great backup in the pocket. Get off me gun, if you will. All right, well, that's all I have for the Bearman Big Bore 38 Special. Thanks for watching.